The diameter of a wet well is 10 feet. If filled to a depth of 12 feet, it will contain approximately how many gallons? Well, they gave me a diameter, and so that tells me that this tank is a cylindrical, or what we sometimes call a pancake tank. And it's 10 feet in diameter, and it's 12 feet deep. Well, gallons is a measurement of volume. It has 3 dimensions. So I'm going to look up the formula for the volume of a cylinder. And the volume of a cylinder is 0.785 times the diameter squared times the height or depth of the tank. Now, if I were talking about a pipe instead of a tank, then this height would actually be the length of that piece of pipe. Let's go ahead and plug in everything that we know. Volume is equal to, and I'm going to put this in parentheses, 0.785 times the diameter squared. And what this little squared thing means is that I need 2 of them. So let's go get 2 of them. So the diameter is 10 feet, so I'm going to put that in there once. And I'm going to put it in again. We need 2 of them because it's squared. Okay, so it's the diameter and the diameter. And now I also need the height of the water. The height of the water in this tank is 12 feet. Okay, everything is going to be multiplied together, so putting it into the calculator is fairly simple. 0.785 times 10 times 10 again times 12, and what we end up with is 942. And that's only the first half of the story, because as much as we like numbers, it's really doesn't mean anything unless I put something behind it here. So you see I've got feet times feet times feet. So what that's going to give me down here is cubic feet. Now I'm going to go back and look at the problem again, and did they ask me for cubic feet? They didn't. They asked me for gallons, and so I need to turn cubic feet into gallons. Okay, so to do that we're going to do a little tiny railroad track down here. So I've got 942 cubic feet, and I'm going to just do one little piece of a railroad track, and what I want to end up with when I'm done is gallons. Okay, now only tops and bottoms can cancel in the railroad track, so since I've got cubic feet here, the next one has to go underneath. It's the only way that I can make these go away. Gallons is going to go on the top, and if you're unsure about which one of these should get the number, a good idea is to just ask yourself which one is bigger, a cubic foot or a gallon. Now I know that a cubic foot is bigger, so that's going to get the 1. There are 7.48 gallons in a cubic foot. And it looks like I'm all done here. I'm just going to go back and make sure that my units cancel before I go any further. So here I've got cubic feet on top, cancels with cubic feet on the bottom. That leaves me with just gallons. The gallon measurement is actually going to slide down here and become part of my answer. Everything that's above the line gets multiplied. Everything that's below the line gets divided. Now in this case we only have a 1 on the bottom, and so that's not really going to do anything because any number divided by itself is going to be the same number. And so I just have 942 times my 7.48 on the calculator, and what I end up with is 7,046 gallons, 0.16. However, we're not usually going to be worried about those last few fractions of a gallon when we're measuring the volume in a tank, and so the answer becomes 7,046 gallons.